Yeah.
And Tom, did you get on the convention?
I didn't get on at all. I've been busy working. I'm actually working there right now. But,
Okay.
I wanted to jump on, and maybe I know you're going to be talking about it, so I figured at least if I can at least listen in. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, maybe. So what I was thinking today, maybe I've got some clips from David Schmidt on the X49. I think maybe if we just,
Yeah.
I think maybe if we just go through and play the important parts of the clips. Otherwise, it's 3 hours long.
Yes.
Kind of tough to squeeze that into a half hour, right?
Yeah. So trying to squeeze 3 hours into 10 minutes. Yeah, see if we can do it.
He is amazing how he can simplify that stuff and make you want to, I mean, just continue to sit there. I've had heard so many lecturers all my life, and especially whether it be medical or scientific or neurological or psychological, just to simplify stuff and keep your interest. And he's amazing individual.
Yeah, otherwise that stuff can get really boring, right?
Yes. He got carried away a few times, but he's really good at it.
But the main thing I got out of the whole conference or the whole convention was really their direction is about reversing your age.
Yes.
Everything is going in that direction, whether it's the stem cell patches, the X49, or this new technology they're coming out with that's in development that's going to really reverse your age. And,
yes.
And they said it's a real big goal to people will be healthy and live to over 100, 125. It's a realistic goal with the proper technology.
Evidently he's got a bunch of stuff going on the brain. I mean, he just kind of drops hints at it, and so does Emily. You know, she's in on this ahead of time so she can get prepared with, you know, her
marketing or whatever.
Marketing,
yeah, right. Yeah, and I like how they just most of the beginning of the whole convention was all about the future. You know what we've got, what they have working on, what they're working on, what their visions are, what direction. Because it's really nice to be part of a company that's gonna make a difference in the world. You know, and
got such an amazing insight, long range goals and plans, and such good science behind everything they're doing.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the same technology is going to help plants grow faster, and all this idea about vertical farming and all that's going to be incorporated, because if we're growing our own food, healthy food, that's all part of living longer and healthier, you know? And that was amazing. So it's not just a patch, you know, it's evolving all the way into the future about this whole vision about reversing your age.
And he always adds to it the need for good nutrition, good sleep, good exercise, that those things, without that, you know, that final neat long-term reversal won't occur just with the patch.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all part of the whole plan, you know, everything, you know, and the whole idea, I think it's in most people's minds, it's not even, it's something that's maybe a possibility in the future of reversing your age, but really that possibility is now, according
it's coming quickly.
Yeah. And then not just living longer. Who wants to live longer if you're going to be unhealthy and
correct?
You want to be healthy and active. And what else I was fascinated by was they're looking into nature for these solutions. Like I didn't realize the lobster doesn't age. It gets stronger and it lives longer and it's healthier as it gets older. And that's, if you look in nature, we're the only ones that kind of get, you know, slow down and can't move around and have pains and all this stuff when we get older. You know, it should be just live a healthy and an active life. And then the other big point for me was, you know, it's a real shame that people get to this point in their life with all this knowledge and all this experience and all this, they figured it out, and then, you know, they slow down and they you know, they got aches and pains and they can't do what they want to do. So what a different world it would be if everyone was living longer and healthier at that point, where they could give back with all their knowledge, you know.
That's what's exciting to me at my age. You know, I'm pretty far over the hill. Ever is the term I think is used when you pass 70 or 75. And with all the, that's what keeps me going with the company, is that the pain is minimizing that I have, and much faster, because I mentioned that in my moving and activities, I was off the patch for a while, and it's amazing how quickly all of that inflammation and pain and reoccurs, and I'm now back on them, and I am back to a point where I am so encouraged again by continuing with getting myself healthier. You can get so far with pain sometimes that it just becomes mentally depressing, and you give up, so to speak. So it's very, very exciting for me.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the best way I can put it.
Cool. It was amazing how you said earlier that you took out so many notes that your hand was sore, but you had
Yes.
to put on a patch to keep going, and that's, you know, that's testimonial right there that it works. You know?
I think I even by the end of the day put the carnosine on down below it, and I noticed that helped me get.
Wow, that's crazy.
I had put the pen down and thought, I've got to record this a little more. I prefer the notes, because that way I can go back and review them. So
yeah, because there was a, you know, I don't know how many hours. There was 4 3-hour sessions, I think, right? That's a lot of hours. So I am going to go back, because there was no fluff in there. It was all good content. You know, everything was worthwhile the whole time. So and it was great to be on virtually. You know, it'd be great to be there in person, but being on virtually was amazing, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, rather than missing it, you know. It's
very
so,
glad.
so important.
Yes.
So hey Kate, good morning, welcome. I think we're just talking about the convention. I don't know if you were able to jump on this weekend in Florida. And let's play that clip from David Schmidt where he introduces the X49. And like I was saying, there's like hours and hours of video, but if we just look at the little clips at when he introduced the X49 and what it is compared to the X39, and then I think we could jump around to 2 little clips here. Let me screen share. See if I can. Okay, hold on a sec. I have to find the screen as always. Okay, there it is. Okay.
I just got up, so I'm being quiet. My husband's still sleeping. Good morning.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, just listen in, and I'm going to play this David Schmidt video.
I did watch the first video that he did with introducing the X49, but he said he was going to do a later one. Is this the later one?
No, this is, I think, the first one when he first introduced it. It's only a few minutes long, and then I'll jump back. This is the first day, then, and then I'll jump back to sort of a summary that he does of it, and that
oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
they don't have a date when they're going to have it out, though, right?
It's out now, but the launch is in January, so it's not out worldwide. I think it's only out to the US. For people can try it, and then
fascinating listening to him.
Absolutely, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Mind-numbing.
And what was even more fascinating was the future vision and all this technology that they have coming out in the future, and all with along the lines of all this idea of reversing your age, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Okay, I don't know. Let me see which.
There, let's start.
Okay, but I think that's the wrong. This is the.
Yeah,
Okay.
there
So,
we go.
Are you? So you're seeing the
Yeah,
amplify thing. Okay.
I'm gonna mark
And
all those videos that you guys posted.
what
I
was
wanna watch
that?
them all. I want to go in, and when you don't go to YouTube, is you press the save to your library, so I don't have to scroll in and look for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Jan Captain put up his YouTube site link. If you
Okay.
scroll back to yesterday, he's got I was just watching his replays.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think everything is worth going through. Like, I'm going to go through the whole thing again. And if you paid for the conference, the replays are all online too, so you can go back and look at them. So that's a good thing. Jan has it on
Right.
his for those that
They're-
didn't. So
They're still up.
yeah, okay. So let's play this. It's about, I don't know, 6 minutes or something.
And why? And this requires us to look out 5-10 years on when we can introduce things, when we introduce things, and why, and how do you put the puzzle pieces together so that all of these things make sense. And it all has to fit into, you know, a master vision. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's take a step back so we can understand the thinking process, and we want to look at some basic human needs. So we want to look at trends. What are people doing and why? What are they interested in? So let's start with the fitness industry. If we look at the fitness industry just within the United States, it's over $30 billion a year. So people are investing in going to health clubs with home exercise equipment because they want to stay as young and healthy, as strong as possible. If we look at a big segment, over 60% of the network marketing industry is going to be in health supplements, and for a really good reason. So when we look at the supplement industry, again, globally, it's over 150 billion US dollars a year. And why are people taking health supplements, right? We want to kind of understand what are some of the driving motivators. And there's some really easy ways that we can summarize some of these questions. First of all, it's very obvious from looking at advertising that most people want to have a lean, strong body and reduce their levels of body fat, right? That's something that consistently shows up. People also, as they age, they want to have better strength and stamina. They want to improve the health of the heart, right? Cardiovascular disease, of course, is a huge problem that most people, half the population, could face. So people want better health for their heart. Stronger bones, especially women, are more, because of estrogen, are more prone to bone loss with time. And it becomes very obvious as people age that they are not healing as fast, they're not recovering as fast after exercise. So this is something that people would like to have. So when we sum this up, the reason why people are exercising, going to health clubs, taking supplements, is because they want to stay as young and healthy for as long as possible. So since we've set the goal of creating technology to reverse human aging, that goal is completely consistent with motivators that people have for purchasing these products or services. It's just that up until now, in the collective consciousness, most people have never considered, they still don't consider, that age reversal is an option, right? So we're looking at it as an option. So in the meantime, people say, well, I'll exercise and take a protein supplement or what have you. but really our goal of reversing human aging is completely consistent with why people would exercise and supplement in the first place. So we can hopefully prolong life and enjoyment as long as possible. That's where X49 comes in. So the problem that X49 solves is that regardless of your age, as you're going to see in a moment, you can recapture strength, stamina, muscle mass, conditioning that was lost to time. That's what this is all about. So you probably have a lot of questions about X49. Really good, important question is, how is it different than X39, right? We want to take a look at that. Also, it was very, very important from a business perspective that X39 remain the parent product and X49 be an add-on, right? We want to continue to message X39 as the lead-in product, and X49 is something that you add on as a bonus. And so the two of them work together as companions, and you're going to see some clinical data on that. So what does X49 do? It elevates a HKCU. X39, of course, as we know, elevates GHKCU. They're copper peptides. They're mother and daughter peptides. But what they do is very different. GHK is ubiquitous. It's found throughout the entire body. AHK is found in more specialized tissue, and therein lies the power of X49 and AHK. So, like GHK, AHK will decline with age. Alanine is the amino acid in the AHK. So GHK is glycine, histidine, lysine. AHK is alanine, histidine, lysine. What first got me interested in this more than 3 years ago now is I was looking at peptides that were based on alanine. And there's an interesting thing that seems to happen in the brain with alanine metabolism. And I would go as far to say that someday there will be a naturally occurring peptide discovered that will be a very, very effective treatment for Alzheimer's disease and ALS, and it will involve manipulating the alanine pathway. So that's actually why I was researching this in the very beginning. Now, there are a number of things that are already known about AHK, and then a number of things that we discovered in our research. One of them that's known is that AHK gets involved with repair of the endothelial lining. And what's interesting about that is that repair of the endothelial lining is induced by a growth factor called VEGF. Another thing that's interesting is that as you repair the endothelial lining, it has an effect on nitric oxide production. So AHK has actually been around for a number of years as a cosmetic product. And one of the claims that we definitely don't make, but I'm going to tell you because you're going to find out anyway, is that it's used in hair growth. So AHK was found by Dr. Lauren Picard in studies to actually be 10 times more effective than GHK at inducing hair growth. That puts it on the same level as minoxidil, but it doesn't do it through manipulating hormones. For those of you that are interested in exploring this, I've spoken with a medical doctor. We're looking at doing a study. Hair growth is a medical claim. We're not claiming hair growth. We haven't done a study on this. For those of you that are so interested, the recommendation from this doctor would be to go for microneedling to open up the pores, and then you can see if anything happens after that. Okay.
Okay, cool. Let me just forward it a bit here. How much time we got? 52. I just wanted to show the summary. It's a little bit further down here. Here it is. Okay, let's just watch this.
Continue to release other products that induce stem cell activity in the body and help to support overall regeneration. So X49 is our next step in that direction. And as we're doing this, we're going to be offering new benefits that we haven't had access to before. So now we have an effective way to combat age-related sarcopenia, muscle loss. And now there's no reason why people that are in their 60s, 70s, or 80s have to deal with a weakening condition. They can recapture the strength and stamina that they had when they were younger, and we've proven that's the case.
Awesome.
This is now, I know I'm 58, so I've spent a lot of time, talking about people that are a little bit older, but this is going to open up some opportunities because we have people in their 20s and teens that are using X49 and getting great results. And so in athletics, as you all know, it's about that 1% difference in performance. That means the difference between a gold medal and not placing at all. So we think this is going to open up opportunities in our business and our marketing that maybe we couldn't reach before. So we think this will expand our business opportunities. And of course, this puts us on the continued path towards introducing products that reverse the human aging process. So
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So what do you think? It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. So what happens if you just use that product and not the X39?
I guess you could, but like he said, X39 is the number one still.
Well, yeah, because it's activating stem cells. And I
Well,
actually had a question with hang on a second.
I was going to mention how he talked about, especially in there, and renewed my reasoning for recapturing your strength and the stamina. It repairs muscle loss and develops lean muscle. And it also works in specialized tissue. Now, I'm very involved with understanding some heart issues because of my husband's difficulties in what happened to him. And the AHK that he talked about that goes along with the X49 works on the linings of the blood vessels, whereas the X39 just strictly works in the blood. So the two together are what he emphasized, and what was emphasized during the whole conference was the two are to be used together in combination to reach that 1% that he talked about, of performance that
peak
you have not been able
performance.
to do in the past.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah,
is that?
And that's great that it opens it up to, even younger people, not just older
Yes.
people,
What
that
does-
if you're looking for that performance enhancement.
Prevents it's greater, a bigger help in preventing the loss of the muscles.
What's the cost?
Right now, there's both of them together are
69
$169.
for distributors for the two together.
Mhm.
Huh.
So I think they're only available in the US. Somebody was saying yesterday, someone from our group,
Yes,
until January when they officially launch the product. So I'd like to try to get some before that if I can in Mexico. So I'll look into it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't looked in my back office yet, but if it's not available, it won't show up in the back office when you select your country other than the US. So
I think Mark talked about that.
yeah, he
and
must have been
Rod-
looking. Yeah,
Rod was getting some to him. So
yeah,
anybody in our group could work through helping you guys get those.
yeah. And I'm sure it's a long process to get it okayed in over 100 countries, you know, so one at a time sort of deal that gets approved, you know. So yeah, so that yeah, as soon as you select the drop down, it will, if it's not available, it won't show up. So I'm going to check this week to see whether, I'm assuming that it's not going to show up when I hit Mexico. So we'll see. But yeah, there's a package deal right now with both. I think they're both going to be $99, but maybe there will always be a package deal when ordering both of them together. I don't know. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'd like that anyways.
Mhm.
It showed the package was available till January sometime. So
Cool. Yeah, and they were giving them away at the convention.
yes,
Sleeves of them. That was cool.
Wow.
And then they said, well, they kind of forgot to give away, if
Yeah.
you're going to use it with X39, well, they gave away those too, because, you know, to use them both together. But if you don't have X39, how do you use them both together? So they gave everybody X39 too, which is awesome, because that's, you know, almost $200 in product.
right.
So that's great. It's almost pays for your trip down there, or the ticket cost anyway. Yeah. So that's cool. So yeah, I was excited. Did you were you on the convention this weekend, Kate?
I was no, I was just listening to the recordings.
Okay, through the recordings, which is cool. I'm going to go through them all again, so they're all up there.
Yeah.
At least that way, if you can, you could put it on double speed or something. I love doing that, like watching something in half the time. Usually not double, but 1.5 times faster. It's at least.
Yeah, the sessions are long.
Yeah, they're 3 hours each, and there was 4 of them. So, and they were all, like I was saying, all worthwhile information.
Amazing.
Yeah, and especially I really like the vision of the future of where they're going to get to this reversing your age, and what path they're going down with that. That's awesome. Cool. So a lot of people will have a lot of questions about X49. I guess there will be everybody will be talking about it. I guess there'll be a lot other things that'll come out to kind of explain what it is, why it's different than X39. Like your questions, do you need to use them together? And then the testimonials will start to come out of people that have used it in their results. And yeah.
Well, for me, at my age, a quicker repair of loss of lean muscle and maximizing strength and stamina. I was a competitive tennis player, so
right.
I really look at trying to repair that right shoulder a little more. And the X39 has been terrific in maximizing the decrease in the pain in my back. So, and it's exciting to, I'm excited to get mine. I've already ordered the bundle, I guess.
Okay, the X49 bundle? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we can start to hear some people's results. Yeah, that's exciting. And then, yeah, I really love the idea of, and now the market kind of shifts into a younger market too. people in their
Yes.
30s and 40s, and yeah.
I was
good to see.
wondering how they were going to, you know, bring that in more. The first day was centered mostly on being older and how you lose your stamina and strength and muscle. And it was,
Yeah,
he brought it out quite it was helpful to show how you want to prevent all of the loss that will occur with age.
yeah, start preventing it now. Yeah. And I made a comment to Mark yesterday. I said, if he's gonna live to 1,000 years old, he's gonna have to readjust his big income generating plan that was only calculated for
Right.
around 80 years old. So that's a big adjustment. Isn't it?
I was thinking about the same thing when I was thinking about my portfolio. Thought,
Right. If it's got to last to 1,000 years old, or even
Well,
over 100, you know, you
I'll have more energy and more stamina to
make more money.
and increase it.
Yeah, right. Well, it
Yeah.
kind of is a little bit of a mindset too. You think,
Yes.
like I said the other day, I think if the whole world's going to end next week, what's the point of making any more money, you know? Which
Oh.
it kind of feels like it's ending now. But the same thing is like, if you feel like you're going to only live for another 10 or 20 years, why to go to all this trouble to make more money? But yeah, but what if we're going to live to over 100? And they were even talking about living to 1,000, you know, because, you know, if you believe in history, people were living to 900 years old, you know.
That's right.
So,
But those
and just imagine the difference there. Like I said, people gain all this knowledge over 50, 60 years, and then it would be great to be able to use that knowledge to share with others and all that, you know.
yeah,
Once
not
you've got-
not losing the benefits that we have with the age and knowledge and business, you know, continuing the growth of businesses, not having to retrain and find that that talent that you're losing.
Yeah. And even be people being able to work longer if they can, because that's when their skills are the
Certainly.
highest, you know, experience and skills, you know, in every industry, you know, your skills get better over time. Yeah, for sure.
Exciting stuff.
That's cool.
Very cool. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. We can wrap it up. That was awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully we gave a little bit of information for everyone.
Yeah, and I think maybe we'll continue with this maybe tomorrow even, and watch some other important clips from the weekend, because not everybody could be on, and I think it was great. So
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Have a great day.
okay, cool. And Tamara just jumped on. Hey, Tamara, we're just wrapping up. Good to see you though. You'll have to watch the replay, but we'll continue with this tomorrow on the reviewing all the great stuff from this weekend.
Are you not doing a double one?
No, not a double one today. I got to go to Beach Church today. It's Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Sunday. All right.
Sunday,
Yes.
but tomorrow we'll jump on again. Okay.
I will.
Mine,
Okay. Good
mine
to
is
see you.
just starting.
Okay.
Goodbye. Thank
See you
you.
later. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Bye.